Just go on there. Replace that. These are all new appliances. This is new hardware. And they're old wood cabinets that have been painted. Looks like there's new LVP throughout. Some upgrades in the bathroom. Your dining room area. TV area. This is hardwood floor. There's a creek right there. And then you have attic access. Let's go through here. This is going to be your kitchen pantry area. There's a light. There we go. It's your kitchen pantry. This one moves to access this one. These are actually 3 different panels. So you can see that there, and then close that. It looks like one big door whenever it's all together. Another fan. I don't know if this monitor works, and I'm not sure if they're still cleaning this out. It's a bed. Got carpet here so you don't fall down the stairs. LVP. They painted the panel white on this. And then there's more LVP here. This one just kind of drops off, so you could put something there. For like laundry soap and stuff. And then Maytag dryer and washer. Here's your water heater. Filter there. And I think that's a dehumidifier. And then it's the downstairs bedroom. LVP came through here, and then this one matches the one upstairs. And then there's a medicine cabinet. Let's see if we can. New medicine cabinet. This is an older tub, but new shower head. So they just cleaned it up. This looks like a new toilet as well. They'll need to be cleaned because the water's turned off. Little closet. And then this is the downstairs area. It's got a mini split. And I'm not sure what the tape was about, but you could put like a bar, maybe some pull-out beds down here. Oh, electrical panel. And then they have that marked. And then under the stairs, you got some more storage and then access to the panel. They had a contractor in here working on some stuff, doing some updates. And then you've got our furnace over here, little fireplace. And then these are like panels. I'm not sure why they decided to go with that. You've got outlets, I believe, here. I would need something to open that. A rock wall. You can make a whole game room or something in this section. And then honestly, you still have room here to do a ton of other stuff. So you could make it into, honestly, probably a whole nother bedroom if you walled off these things, which maybe that's what they were planning to do, but I don't know. And then I'm not sure if there used to be a deck, I'll check, but they've got these here so you can't open the door because there's no deck or anything there. And they look relatively new, so I don't know if they're planning or had planned to build the deck and then just never did. But you've got one down there, so let's check that out. There's plenty of parking. It's a little steep here, but you have parking here and down here as well. I probably get rid of that tree and grade that a little bit. But you've also got parking up under there, and then you can park a couple cars up here, probably 3 cars up at the top. These are little lights. I'm not sure if they work though. And then that's how that deck is. There probably was a deck there at one point. Let's go down here. So this is a new addition. That actually might have been a wraparound deck out on this side. This is new. You could store kayaks and stuff under here, so they're out of the weather, but at the same time, your guests can have access to them. Not sure if that's extra block or why it's there. Got some electrical, probably some outlets up there. It's a nice spot. You don't bump your head. I'm 5'6", and there's plenty of clearance. And then these used to be steps down here, but they've been worn out. Here's your propane tank. And then this guy here. Let's see, it's locked up, but it's a little shed. There's a fridge over there. Let me see if you can see what else is in there. There we go. Ladder, fridge. Could make that useful. Your nearest neighbor is over there. And then of course you saw the one on the other side. There's a lawnmower. Walk down over here. There is a flat section here that could be made better. You could actually have a fire pit down here. I would definitely make a path so people know which way to go. It looks like they may have done a little bit of landscaping here, but they didn't put anything back together. So there's a couple stones and stuff. This could be made a lot better and more easily accessible. There's that view. But yeah, you would definitely want to make sure that people knew how they could get down here. It's a pretty retaining wall. Little garden area. And then looks like this little burn barrel thing is where they have their little fire area and where they used to have the chairs. One of the chairs ended up down there, so it's a little nice little creek. You could grade this out a little bit, or maybe put like some little rock steps going down, clean out these trees. And then this is also part of the property. You have old grapevines or muscadine vines. These may be dead because I know ours are already starting to put out leaves and these have not, so. Oh, actually, this one's definitely still alive. You can actually see the little buds on that. And here's some true leaves for it. So yeah, you could clean this up and that would be a cute thing to add. So you got a grill here, candles. These were used up on there, but you could almost make this a little garden spot. The exterior is in need of some vision and upkeep. Like, these are great flat areas that you could use. You could put like different activities like cornhole, maybe even a little putting area. But yeah, you got a ton of creek front property. And you can actually tell from those rocks, this isn't as high as it gets. Of course, there's a chance it could come up to about halfway up there. But that's a decent amount of water. And then I believe that garden area belongs to them. So the property line for them must run along this area and then kind of where their woodshed is up there. But yeah, this is definitely underappreciated because it just doesn't have all the amenities it could. So this is some of the parking down here. And I believe it's probably a shared drive, even though that one splits up there. But I'd have to double check. But yeah, you could definitely, that needs a little bit of grading, maybe even a little bit of asphalt to make it really easy to drive. But this is a huge property. Lots of potential.